Good morning. It looks like we're live. All right. So I just wanted to come up here and share some things, talk about some things that I have been going through for a while now. And I feel like a lot of my subscribers, I want to first of all actually just thank all my new subscribers, all those of you that have been following me and just been liking my videos, been commenting and be responding. I mean, just the fact that people even can take time out of their busy days, you know, to respond to my videos is just wonderful. I can't even begin to put in words. I am very grateful. And in this spirit of gratitude, I feel like I need to be transparent and let you in on some of the things that has been happening. Let me adjust my chair here. In my life, like some of you know, I lost my job. I'm no longer working, and I decided to use this opportunity to just retire from teaching and try other things, because we are always evolving as human beings. We might think that this one area is what we're good at and we want to like put in all our effort in that thing, whereas our ideal purpose in life, our calling, is something totally different. So we spend years trying to fit into a box that doesn't quite serve us. And after a lot of years, you realize that, oh my goodness, I was so focused. Like I had a tunnel vision on this one thing, this one area all my life. Whereas there's this whole world around me that I could have explored, but I didn't, because I was just so focused on one thing. I mean, being a teacher is a noble profession. Don't get me wrong. People get fulfilled teaching children. Okay, there's a lot to be said about that. However, it is a very difficult job, especially in this part of the world where I live, which is the United States of America. To be an educator here, teaching K to 12, which is elementary through high school, is a huge task and requires not just your patience, but also tenacity to keep up with the demands of the job. As everyone already knows, teachers are underpaid everywhere in the world, especially in America, for the amount of work we have to do. And then for me, I was a special kind of teacher. I was a special education teacher. So I work with students with disabilities. Okay, so I had to go to get a specialist credential just to teach that group of students with IEPs, which meant that I had to attend IEP meetings. I had to face a panel sometimes to kind of defend my IEP, what I've like the goals, the accommodations that I had stipulated in the IEP for these students. I have to defend it. Sometimes the parents were not easy. It's really sad, because sometimes when parents are saddled or overwhelmed with the condition of their child, and they see there's no hope for this child to become a normal child. Maybe the child has difficulty speaking due to autism, or the child has difficulty reading and writing because maybe there was no early intervention for the child to learn how to read. Most of these things comes back to haunt the teacher, because the parent now blames, because they want to blame somebody else. They are itching to blame somebody else, so they blame the teacher for being very unprofessional, or they blame the teacher for not doing their job and helping this child learn. So that's some of the things that you have to deal with as a special ed teacher, in addition to preparing the IEP, teaching the child, helping the students progress academically. You also have to be able to face a panel of advocates, sometimes attorneys, administrators, counselors, speech therapists, psychologists. I mean, these are all the things you have to do. You have to come there and defend yourself. You're considered the facilitator of the IEP, but in actual sense, you're like basically the second parents for this child. So this is something I've done for like 19 years. And over time, especially as I get older, I figured that it's not going to get easier. It's only going to get harder. especially because of the new laws that are coming in. There are new laws that are being put in place by the government to kind of make things a little bit more difficult for teachers, maybe easier for students and parents, but more difficult for us, which means less sleep at night, you know, stress. My cortisol level was up, and it was affecting my health. I do a lot to keep my health in place. Like, I do exercise, I eat well, I kind of watch what I do, and try to sleep as much as I can. But again, as you age, some of these things, just something has to give. So I was going through a lot at work. I now decided to pivot, kind of change careers and do something else, which is a very difficult thing to do, especially at my age. But my goal is to encourage women to not be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid of the new. I think we're created for more. We are created for more, but because of fear of maybe financial fear or fear of the unknown, we get stuck in a rut. So my goal is to help women who are kind of itching to retire early, to get out of the funk, who are stuck in a dead-end job, who feel like they have put in so much of their life and they are living in survival mode because they've put in so much and sacrificed so much, not just for other people, but also for their own families, that they need to make a change. I'm telling you, there is light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope for us. I don't want to keep doing the same old thing till I'm 70 or 75 and then retire and they probably die just after that, which is what happens in a lot of cases. Okay, so the ability to actually dream of a better life, to even start, people like Kentucky Fried Chicken, he discovered Kentucky at the age of 55. I mean, there are so many stories of people who reinvented themselves after the age of 50 and who made it and became well known in the world. Your life is not over just because you hit a certain age. Some people get better with age. I believe I'm getting better with age. The experiences that I've had, they count for something. Okay, so some of the things that I'm doing now, I'm exploring, is how to gather a group of women together who need that support or mentorship, and just support one another through traveling together. I have a travel organization now. It's a travel product where I get discounts for tickets if we go in groups of more than 10. We can explore places like in Africa, in Asia, as a group. In the summer, in the winter, they have packages to do these things. These are some of the things that I'm thinking about doing, and also helping women with their finances, how to prepare for the next 20 years by putting a little bit of money aside every month. It's like an insurance policy, but this is more than that. It has a care package attached to it, so that in case, God forbid, you get diagnosed with a terminal illness or something like that, you can actually take money out of it. Because women, a lot of us are not taught how to handle money from a very early age, and unfortunately, we have to learn later in life. So this is some of the things that I want us to do in a group of women. We need each other, pretty much, is what I'm trying to say. There's no way we can just walk through this life alone. There's no way we can handle the pressures of life by ourselves without tapping into the skill set of other women around us. I don't care if we live in different states. That's what the internet is for. Holding virtual meetings and online gatherings to help each other speak on topics that are very important. Somebody just sent me something yesterday. This is a great opportunity, actually, that they were sharing with me, and they wanted me to tap into it because there's a lot of money to be made if you know the right people. And I was blown away, with what I found. through my own personal research, okay, of this product that this friend of mine was sharing with me yesterday. And the thing I'm trying to say here is that imagine if I didn't know her, then no one will be sharing anything with me. A lot of us are living. Oops, I'm sorry about that. Oops. Uh-oh. Ay, ay, ay. Uh-oh, what happened here? Sorry about that. Dropped my phone. I'm gonna try this again. All right. Okay, so sorry about that. All right. Okay, so yes, so that's what I was talking about. Like, if you don't know the right people, you'll be stuck doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. All right. So anyway, that's what I just wanted to talk about this morning. Thank you all for joining. If you need more information, please send me a message on this thread. You want to join the travel group? We're going to be traveling starting this summer to Bali, Indonesia around September. And I'm trying to see if I can gather 10 women before I pull the button or push the button to go with this new great idea. I think it's always better to travel together as a group. You can all share a hotel suite. It works out cheaper in the end. And the experience is always much, much more pleasurable when you're in a group of other women instead of going by yourself or instead of just, going solo. Solo is fun. Don't get me wrong. I do that a lot too. But I think that we should learn to be around each other, support each other, and be a blessing to each other. All right. So that's it. I have nothing else. Thank you all for joining. I really appreciate this. I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye.